Hi there. Are you a woman over 40 who has been experiencing some weird and wonderful symptoms and wondered what on earth is going on? I described the 21 official symptoms of perimenopause in a previous video, and I'll link to that here in this video. Here, I want to talk about the more unofficial symptoms, the things that you would just perhaps not associate with menopause, and some of the things that you obviously would, but for some reason, they're not in that official green climacteric scale. So the first one that I want to discuss is pretty obvious. It's the change in our cycle. So the change in the regularity, the duration, and possibly the heaviness of our periods. You might find that you go 6 weeks before you have a period, or they might be just 2 weeks apart. You might find that one time it's very light, another time you're flooding. You might even find that sometimes you're passing blood clots. These are alarming symptoms that are often caused by a fluctuation in estrogen as we go through perimenopause. Please get them checked out by a medical professional. I am not medically trained. I report on research and the things that I've found out as the host of the Midlife and Beyond podcast and the Midlife movement. We talked before about lack of concentration being a symptom. You might also have problems with your memory and word recall. You might be worrying that this could be a sign of early onset Alzheimer's. Please go and get checked out. You'll probably be reassured. It's part of this process of perimenopause. Vaginal dryness and discomfort. This can be a problem at any stage during the perimenopause, and then particularly as you go into the postmenopause stage. Unsurprisingly, you might find that you have some discomfort during sex. Please don't despair. There are things that can be done to help. You might find that you need to go to the toilet more often. You might suffer from more urinary tract infections. Your breasts might start to feel tender. You might notice a difference in size, rather like when you were going through puberty or when you were pregnant if you've had children. Always get unusual symptoms checked out and make sure that you're examining your breasts regularly. It's natural as we age that we suffer from sarcopenia, which is muscle loss, muscle wastage. We start to lose muscle in our 30s and it accelerates as we go through perimenopause. You might find that you've got itchy skin. That isn't just due to dryness, although our skin can become dry and wrinkle and so on, but you might find that you get odd itches on different parts of your body, which feels strange. You might find that you get electric shock feelings, which you've never felt before. Some women report that their hair starts to fall out, becomes much thinner than normal. And have you ever suffered from a burning mouth? Bloating and other digestive issues can become a problem. Passing wind unexpectedly and embarrassingly more often than not. These are all changes that we can experience as we go through this stage. Pelvic floor exercises are extremely important for all those reasons and for more that we'll discuss in the postmenopause video. Are you finding that you've gained weight and you just can't shift it, particularly around the belly, the notorious meno-belly? Cholesterol levels are known to rise during perimenopause, as does cortisol, the stress hormone, and that can add to the problems with gaining weight and not being able to shift it. And on top of all that, one of the biggest problems that women come to me for is loss of confidence. Loss of purpose, loss of knowing who they are. But is it any wonder? When we look at those 21 official symptoms of perimenopause, that's bad enough. But when we look at some of these weird ones, just a few of which that I've had time to mention here, is it any wonder that we start to think we're going mad? I certainly felt that when I was going through it all. Or perhaps work becomes more difficult. So many women cut down to part-time hours or even leave work during the perimenopause years due to the difficulties that they experience. The brain fog. The brain fog can be debilitating if you can't retrieve your words, you can't remember where you put things. Of course, that's going to affect your working life. Hopefully more companies now have menopause-friendly policies, but I doubt that the problem is completely solved. I'd love to know if you've had some weird symptoms of perimenopause. Comment below. That's all for now. If you found this video valuable, please do give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next week in the next video.